Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, it's lovely to see you again and thank you for returning. And if you're new here, then welcome. My name's Sophie and it's a great pleasure to have your company today. So in light of the fact that I had totally... Simba, what? You want some fuss? Good boy. Sorry, in light of the fact that I had totally forgotten that I owned my YSL college bag in grey. Completely forgot that I owned it. It got me to thinking about perhaps I've got other things in my collection that I've forgotten that I own. And so I went through my collection. I haven't gone through everything, but what I found are 5 bags, including the college bag, that I'm not going to say forgotten that I owned, but that were just at the back of my mind. And goodness knows when I would have remembered that they were there. Part of the reason that I've forgotten that I own them is because out of sight, out of mind. Some of them are towards the back of shelves, some of them were inside other bags. And so inevitably human, I was going to say human error, but it's not, is it? It's just the human condition. We do forget. If you don't use it, you lose it, as they say. So without further ado, I shall get into showing you, get into the video, get into showing you which bags I had forgotten about. So obviously, to begin with, my YSL college bag, the straps inside. I'm sure you've all seen this bag before, or bags like this, different colours. Yeah, it's one that's been sitting on the shelf. I touched on this in my previous video, that the reason that I haven't used it, or the reason that it's just been sitting on the shelf and therefore I forgot about it, is because I haven't used it, because this magnet is so strong. I was scared that I was going to end up in use pulling all the leather here. But actually what I found out is that once it's packed full, there's still stuff in there you can see. Yeah, once it's packed full, it's absolutely fine. It's not as bad as I actually anticipated, so that's encouraging me to use it more. So that is bag number 1. I'll just pop it here on top of my iPad. So bag number 2 is one that is an occasional bag, so it's hardly surprising again that I've sort of forgotten about it. So it's Vivienne Westwood. And it's just a clutch bag, and it's the most beautiful. It's like it's not cross, what do they call it? Cross grain, cross hatch. It's not that hard wearing leather that brands like Kate Spade use. Michael Kors uses it a lot. I think Prada use it as well. But it's not the same like imprint pattern on the leather as those brands, but it is a hard wearing leather. And it just has the, what colour is that? Gold. I think it's gold. Yeah. It just has the gold orb on the front. And it is just simply one, well, it's an envelope bag. It's a pocket, one pocket inside. It has a zip pocket. So great for a little bit of organisation. And on the other side, it has a card pocket. So yeah, obviously you're not getting much in there. A phone, a lipstick, a room key or a car key or a house key, debit card, credit card, that sort of thing. Probably not much else. And obviously for me personally, I wouldn't, you know, walk around the supermarket with this bag, even though it looks great. I just wouldn't. So hence the reason why I'd forgotten that I owned it. I love it though, I really do. So pop that one there out of the way. So bag number 3 is this beauty. So I should have bought the smaller version of this. I slipped up, I made a mistake. Because I'm a great advocate of what will hold a lot will hold a little, and it's true. This obviously, because it's big, will hold what would have gone in the little one, plus then some more items. but it's just too big for me. I think, not that this means anything really, but I think it's a man's bag, or it was designed with a man in mind. Let's put it that way. It was designed with men in mind. And that's not what puts me off. It just is a little bit big for me. Even when I was 20 stone, I still found it too big for me. And it just sits on a shelf that's quite, oh hello. It sits on a shelf that's quite low down. It's at the back, and it just gets forgotten about. And when I do use it, it's really practical. It would make a great city bag. So I think when I go to New York next year, do you want to go out? Go on then. Good boy. Yeah, when I go to New York next year, I might take it because it's practical, because it's canvas. So obviously it just has one big pocket on the front that does go all the way or mostly down. It goes to like here, so it goes to the bottom of the bag. And then inside it's just one big pocket, and then it has a patch pocket on the front wall, and then the zip pocket on the back. So great organisation, beautiful looking bag. I love the webbing, and you know, you can wear it that side, keep it a bit more low key, but I do like it that side. And I love this design. I just should have bought the smaller bag, but then of course invariably if I'd have bought the smaller bag, I could potentially be sitting here now saying, oh, I should have bought the bigger bag. So who knows? And like I always say, what will hold a lot will hold a little. So next up is my Stella McCartney camera bag. I've had this a few years, and I just don't think to use it because, again, same thing as this. It's sitting on a really lower shelf than that. It's like the bottom shelf that this sits on, and I just don't reach for it because I don't see it. And it has like studs that make the Stella McCartney name, silver hardware. Obviously it speaks to the denim trends that have been coming and going for the last few years. This is probably about as denim as I'm going to get in terms of bags. And what I mean by that is, I didn't explain myself very well. I wouldn't buy a denim Louis Vuitton bag, and it's not because of the price, it's just because I can't imagine ever liking any of their bags made out of denim. Same goes for the Chanel, same goes for most other brands, unless they brought out a denim version, like a camera bag, for example. I don't know, for me, I just don't think denim lends itself to looking great on more sort of, I guess, classic bags, more formal bags. That's just my opinion. If you have got a denim Chanel bag and you love it and you rock it, more power to your elbow. I just, for my taste, I just don't, I don't like them. So inside of this one, it just has, it's like a suede type of lining. It's a, I don't know if you can see that, it's like a golden brown colour. And then on the back wall, it just has one patch pocket. I'll see if I can show you that without, there we go, one patch pocket there. And then the strap, which is removable because I've done it this morning because the this buckle was actually on the wrong side, so it was sitting here, well, it was sitting down here, the buckle, and I don't like buckles showing at the front. I'd rather have them at the back, so I swapped the strap round, and it just has, hence the reason why I think the strap's probably upside down, but I don't care really, to be honest, because it just looks better without the buckle being at the front. So it just says Stella McCartney, and I love it. And now that I've got it out, I am going to use it because it's really a good bag. So I'm just going to put the strap away, as you can see. So let's put that there. And then the final one, I can't believe that I've forgotten any of these bags, but this one, it's unbelievable considering how much use I get out of its big sister. So Neverfull PM in monogram. I've got my everyday, I say my everyday Neverfull is size MM, and it's got the beige interior, and it was one of the first bags I ever bought from Louis Vuitton, and it's had some right hammer, and I don't baby it, and it doesn't get put on the floor, but it's used and used and used, and has been used and used and used and chucked about and ragged about, and it's just an amazing bag. And so before all the price increases, I thought, you know, while I've got the money, get another Neverfull MM, because you know you're going to use it. And I got a Neverfull MM in the same canvas, the monogram, but with the pink interior for a change. And so when I saw this PM size with the pink interior, I just thought, yeah, I get it, because it's cute. So so now here we are, and because this sits inside the bigger version, so it sits inside the MM with the pink interior, again, I just don't think to get it. So it has the little mini pochette, which is obviously pink. Again, this one was made in France. I can't really show you, but you have to take my word for it, it was. And this literally is just, it's like it's been in storage, I suppose. So I'll just show you around the bag. It's just the same as any other Neverfull, only it's a petite version. And it's beautiful, and I can't believe that I don't use it. I think because the Neverfull MM that I use as my daily bag, or as my often time used bag, has the beige interior, and because it's the MM, it's got a longer strap drop, so obviously this bit. This one, when I was bigger, I couldn't get it over my shoulder. Let's see if I can show you that. It's not the most big or most wide gap there, and because I use my MM on my shoulder, I was put off from actually using this, because the only choice I had was to use it like that, which is great, and it looks fine, and it looks cute and perfect and beautiful and wonderful. But I think now that I've sort of dropped, you know, a lot of the weight off that I was carrying around, I can get it on my shoulder and it's comfortable. And I've got probably about another 3 stone to lose. So once that's gone, I think it'll fit even more comfortably. So that's it. That's 5 bags that I found from my collection that, I'm just going to put this in here. Yeah, 5 bags that I found in my collection that I'd not forgotten about, but just hadn't brought to mind for a long time, which is terrible when you think about it, but there we are, out of sight, out of mind. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, something a bit different for my channel. I hope that it was helpful for whatever reason. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you haven't already done so, please do consider subscribing. It's absolutely free, doesn't cost you a penny. It would really help me out. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, which is probably not going to happen. It's a tall order. Please click like if you've enjoyed this video, because it just helps the algorithm for my videos to be sort of distributed throughout YouTube. And as always, I will see you again soon in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.